Welcome to Frog TV's FAQs. I'm Adam Baker. Guys, each week I'm bringing you some of the top frequently asked questions, and our leading travel consultants are helping you out with the best responses. Don't forget, if you have a question for us, let us know in the comments box below and we'll get straight back to you. This week's question: what are the best all-inclusive resorts in Costa Rica for families or for couples, or even resorts if you're not looking for the all-inclusive option? Let's find out. Which are the best all-inclusive resorts in Costa Rica, but for families and for couples? And perhaps right now, is there a difference? So Justin, when somebody asks you immediately, families, couples, which are the properties you go to?
I mean, well, if you're going to stay at a Westin or at an all-inclusive, I try to steer people away from it just because of the overall experience. But if there is an attraction to the all-inclusive resort, in my book, the Westin pretty much knocks it out of the park on all fronts. Between their family-friendly environment and the general facility, the large freeform swimming pool, but then also they have the Royal Beach section, which is the adults only. So you kind of had the best of both worlds. And not to mention the beach that it sits on is by far, I would consider, one of the nicest beaches in the country. So all around, it's like a one-size-fits-all property in my book.
For sure. Some people might be surprised to hear you saying, if they're catching up on this all-inclusive question for the first time, why is it specifically that you encourage people to not necessarily think about going to an all-inclusive?
Yeah, well, one of the topics we just had before is safety. So a lot of places where there's a big all-inclusive build-up, or that's the type of model hotel that there is because it's a bit unsafe. And so the idea is to keep you confined to the property and all your resources are there. Yeah. Whereas Costa Rica is really a destination where it's best enjoyed by going out and about and seeing the local culture, seeing the wildlife, the flora and the fauna. It's one of the things that we promote is don't stay at the hotel, go out and experience Costa Rica for what really makes it special. Yeah, for sure. Totally agree. Jake, what about you? Perhaps if you have a family or a couple, hearing what Justin's saying, but they still want the resort experience, maybe they mix it up with somewhere else. What other resorts do you recommend for families and couples, not necessarily all-inclusive?
I think Si Como No is a great option. They also have an adults-only area. That's a great option. And like Justin was talking about, being able to get out and explore the local area. From that particular property, you're right there on the main road in Manuel Antonio. Walking distance to many other areas. Same thing with Los Altos, another great option for families and couples. And again, prime location in the heart of Manuel Antonio to be able to get out and explore.
Nice. Yeah, they're two really good options. Si Como No especially is great for families. You've got extended family Los Altos. Beautiful views. That's on the Central Pacific coast. Sebas, what about if I'm not necessarily looking for an all-inclusive in Guanacaste? I'm leaving from the Liberia airport, and I want something quite luxury. What are my family and couple options in the Guanacaste area aside from the Westin?
So in Guanacaste, there's a surf town, Tamarindo, that I love. It's probably one of the best towns we have over there. And as we were saying, it's so safe over there that you just want to go enjoy it. Over there, we have Tamarindo Divia, that it's in the heart of town. You just step out of reception and you have a lot of restaurants, places where to go. Capitan Suizo, it's one of my favorites on the area. Beachfront, it has a lot of green on the property. And you still can walk around and visit different places, enjoy the local culture. That it's one of the things we try to encourage a lot with our customers.
Nice. Yeah, that's a great example of perhaps you think you want a resort because of your previous experience. But you go to a town like Tamarindo, you get to a boutique hotel like Capitan Suizo, have that beautiful experience, again, families and couples, and get access to the beach, and suddenly realize the service at maybe some of the smaller hotels are actually really enjoyable. So great tips there, guys. So there we go, guys. I hope you found those responses helpful. If you're looking for a more detailed response, please get in touch with me and I'll help you out as best as possible. As ever, please don't forget to subscribe by clicking just here to stay in touch with everything Costa Rica related and new content every week. For Frog TV, from all the travel consultants and myself, Adam Baker, hasta la próxima.